These two notebooks have stopped me from infinitely doom scrolling. Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Samantha. I'm an artist and creator here on YouTube. And this channel is all about inspired living for multi-passionates and creatives. I'll be sharing some tips and tricks on how to live your life unapologetically as a creative, and I'll be sharing my own journey as well. Now, if you're an artist or somebody who's really busy, just like me, you probably have a job aside from the thing that you're doing. I am a restaurant server and I use my body a lot physically. So one thing that I noticed is when I get home from work, I sit down on the couch, I either watch TV or I scroll on my phone just to unwind. And it was kind of taking a toll on me in the sense that I would catch myself just scrolling on my phone for like 1 or 2 hours, I'm not even gonna lie. Or when I wake up in the morning, I just pick up my phone and start doing the same thing. Or right before I sleep, I pick up my phone and start doing the same thing. And something had to give. Okay. Now, I did a previous journaling system, which I'll talk about in a different video. But these two notebooks have been a game changer for me and I wanted to share it. It might be premature because it only has been about 2 months since I have been consistent with this. However, it is almost the start of the year and I wanted to share something that I know I'm going to be taking on moving forward. There are 2 keystone habits that I have had throughout my life, and whenever I incorporate it in my life, everything changes. I am locked in and I know what I need to do to live a fulfilled life, okay? The first keystone habit is morning pages. I did the artist's way and completed it in 2020 during the pandemic. And it was one of the most helpful, beneficial things in my life. It unlocked my creativity. Ever since I did that practice, I've been drawing consistently, like for the past 5 years. Now, I used to do morning pages in a small hobonichi, an A6 size, but that didn't work out because there was too little space. I also tried the bigger hobonichi and sometimes it was too much space and I didn't like the fact that it was dated, and I know that I can get an undated hobonichi, but I think I just wanted to resort back to a notebook that just helped me free write whatever I wanted. And then I found this guy. I've had it for a while and it was just sitting in my drawer, and it's called the Onion Skin Journal. I think they actually use onion skin on this, but just come on. Do you hear that? Do you hear the crunchiness of that paper? So what's so interesting about this journal is that it ghosts on the other side, and you're not supposed to write on the side that it ghosted on because you won't be able to see what you wrote on the beginning page. This has helped me a lot because it helps me just free form write my thoughts. I will do a separate video on morning pages itself, but overall it helps me clear my thoughts, process my emotions, and even receive inspiration in the morning. All right, everybody, this is the meat and potatoes. This is the Kokuyo Jibun Techo. It originated in Japan. It is a famous Japanese planner, but not many Americans know about it just yet in the planner community. I tried this out, I think in 2022, something along those lines, but I wasn't consistent with it because I was using Notion at the time. It was very consistent Notion. It worked for me at the time, but I did want to go back to paper planning because there's something different about writing something down and Xing it out or checking it off. And I have been bullet journaling for the past 9-ish years, almost 10 years or so. And that has been something very significant in my life that I have adapted with whatever system I've been using. Okay, bullet journaling, if you haven't heard of it, I'll link a video down below that explains the basics. But overall, it's a way for you to track the past, organize the present, and plan for the future. And with bullet journaling, it gives you so much laser focus if you actually do the work and not just journal about it. Okay, so this Jibun Techo has been incredible. There's even a how to use thing. You can probably like Google Translate that if you want. There's a sample Japanese way of doing things right there. But this is like an index-ish page, and then they have numerous different lists and such, but I haven't been using that. This is the first page that I use. This is the habit tracker. So I write the days up top. Maybe that's something that they can change in the future. And then I write my habits over here and then the check marks. So right now I'm tracking my morning pages, as you know, movement, and that's movement of any kind, whether that be yoga or weightlifting, or even like qigong if my energy levels are not that great. If it's just like, you know, something different like stretching or Pilates, like it really depends on my energy levels, and I try to go with my monthly cycle. And so I have the face routine, meditation, drawing. Drawing is something as an artist that I'm tracking every single day. I have learned something, and that is to lead with your identity. So if your identity is, I am an artist, what proves to you that you are an artist? For me, that would be drawing every single day. And sometimes we don't get to draw for like an hour a day, but if I draw every single day, whether it's just 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever it may be, I still drew something that day. So for example, this is a little skip ahead right here. Yesterday, I was like, oh, I haven't doodled yet. I look outside my window, I saw a bird, and I just drew it. When you do something in a small scale, it gives you confidence about the identity that you are building. So I am an artist who draws every single day, and every single day might just mean a minute, but I still did it, okay? So that's drawing, reading or studying. I could go like with a course or actually reading a book. Moisturizing after the shower, face routine, a journal routine, and then this is my YouTube habits. And if I do one thing that day, I'm already like super happy. So as long as I do one thing that day, that kind of ticks the box for me. Now we have our monthly setup. Here is where I do my future planning. So I treat this as a future log, what it's intended for actually. And then I write here like the most important things that week. And then so I use this as a base to build the meat and potatoes, which is this. So this is Jibun Techo's vertical layout. I'm gonna go through this first, which is like kind of like the setup. So on the top over here, I write out my work schedule. I can track the weather if I want to, the days, and the date is over here. Here you have a calendar as well as what week is that year. Okay. So this section right here is where I write my priorities, and this is my key for my bullet journal, which I already know in my heart and my head. Circle is event, dot is task, a slash is in progress, Xing it out means it's done. A right-facing arrow means it's scheduled the next day. A left-facing arrow means it's rescheduled to a completely different day, whether it's within that week or a different week altogether. A dash is a note, and an asterisk is very important. Here I do my hourly planning. I usually just do my hourly planning till the 18 dot anyway, because I start early in the morning. And then over here, I have to do memories that happen, reflection, gratitude, a color chart, and then we have gratitude. This is where I actually write out the gratitude. This is the best thing that happened, opportunity for growth, and could have been better. CHGB, could have been better. This is where I write that out. Here up top on the first line, I write my exercise routine, and then I do my meal planning at the bottom. So in action, which is right about here, this is what it looks like. So this started off with just this and these down below. I went back and took some notes on something that I was like listening to here. I did a doodle over here, filled it with stickers, of course, because I can. It makes me happy. And then I also wrote out something that I was studying over here. Here I wrote out my work schedule. I have my important tasks for the day. When I cross this out, that means I didn't do that task altogether. But I wrote a note that's saying, I did something else related to that task and I used a different color for it. I try to use red when I X things out just so that I can see it clearly. And then so over here we have a left facing arrow, meaning I moved that to a completely different day. This one, film creativity is your birthright. This is a video that is up on my channel currently. I will link it up in the cards. It's amazing. You should watch it. And then we have these right here. These are my intended meal plan. And then whatever actual meals I did eat that day goes down here. Sometimes I don't do the hourly planning, and that's okay. Sometimes I just write it out, and when I get it done, I get it done. So it really depends on my flow that day. If I want to be very specific and there's a time crunch, then I will use the hourly planning. And sometimes that's why this section is just not filled out at all. Here at the bottom, I wrote my memories. For example, I ate strawberry Oreos for the first time. I went on a beautiful walk. I saw the farm area in Pomona College. I went on a grocery haul. You know, I worked on a script for something, then I went to the Asian grocery store. Over here at the bottom, I wrote the things that I'm grateful for. I love watching Survivor with my husband. We have Ink Master as well. That's another show that we're watching. Writing a script. And then here I'm saying I'm feeling a lot better because I was just sick, all that stuff. Over here, we write down our meal planning. So I kid you not, you guys, because it's so compact, I think that has helped my brain a lot. And it has helped me kind of have a bigger overview of the things that need to get done. Now, I have some other goal setting layouts that I do on a different notebook that's for a different day. But I have been consistent, you guys. I've been using this so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've been using it for like 6 weeks consistently, and it has been so helpful for me. I think that when you lead, number one, with your intention and your beliefs about yourself, if you lead with that and then use a tool such as bullet journaling or your morning pages, if you lead with like tools like this that really flush things out of your brain and then keep you organized, you will be unstoppable. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, if you found value, if you're inspired, please hit that like button down below. It really helps the channel out and brings it out to a bigger audience. Let's grow this community together. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and that notification bell for more videos on inspired living for multi-passionates and creatives. I cannot wait to make the next video and hear from you guys. What planning system do you use? Is there any specific thing that you like doing in your journals to keep you focused and locked in? I would love to know. Please comment down below. And I will see you very, very soon. Have a wonderful, happy holiday season with your friends, with your loved ones, and I'll catch you later. Toodaloo, bye-bye.